Alrighty, well, hold on a minute here now. We gotta clean the camera lens, we do. I should really do this before I start a video. I'm not very professional, I know. But then that's kind of the charm of the channel, I suppose, is that it's a channel kind of being done by an incompetent with some degree of success. You know, it's inspiring. Just think, if I can do it, imagine what somebody who is actually competent can do. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Look at the barn, and the sky and the trees. The trees actually have leaves on them now. It's wonderful. I love this time of year for that reason. I do. Yes, I do. Got to turn the valve here on the tank. Alright, I got to go in and get my thing here. There's Rocky. He's looking for some ham, of course. Hey, he loves his ham. He loves the jelly that comes in the ham, too. He does. He likes that bonus jelly, the ham jelly. He does. Yes, he does. Alrighty. Anyway, we got this here. I'm going to need the flipper flopper. There's an interesting story behind this spatula. This spatula came from Cowan's Dairy in Smiths Falls. It used to even have the Cowan's Dairy written on it in the town of Smiths Falls. And it was one of those free giveaway things. Businesses used to give away stuff with their name on it. Now you buy the stuff that they used to give away. But anyway, here's the eggs here. Let me get a couple eggs out. We need eggs. We need eggs badly, we do. Yeah, we do. We'll put the eggs in there. We will, just for now. Yeah, we will. You know what? I'm going to have free eggs. Why not? Why don't I live a little and have free eggs? Anyway, the spatula. Yeah, I got distracted there. Squirrel. The spatula. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, came from Cowan's Dairy. And in around 1975, I should mention Mr. Cowan lived upstairs of the dairy, the owner of the dairy. And in around 1975, Mr. Cowan was murdered in his apartment above the dairy. There were a lot of murders in Smiths Falls. There have been a lot of murders in Smiths Falls. It's kind of a dangerous town, really. For the size of it, it's got a population of around 12,000 people. And but it can be a very dangerous place. There's been a lot of murders here in Smiths Falls. So now Perth has had its share of murders too for a town of 6,000. But Smiths Falls, per capita, Smiths Falls is actually known to be one of the most crime-ridden towns in Ontario, Canada. It's known for that it's a very crime-ridden place. Anyway, and in fact, your odds of getting murdered in Smiths Falls are really high. Like, I mean, I forget the numbers now exactly, but they are really high. Yeah, if you're a resident of Smiths Falls or a visitor to the town or whatever, then you stand a better than average chance of getting murdered. Anyway, yeah, so that's the atmosphere we're living in here. But not that there aren't a lot of good people here, because there are. Most of the people here are decent, hard-working people. But there is definitely a lot of underworld activity here, a lot of gang activity. There's a lot of drug activity here, which is common, I think, in any small town. But Smiths Falls stands out amongst small towns in this area for that. And, yeah, so anyway. But this spatula came from Cowan's Dairy. And what had happened was Mr. Cowan, apparently, what they figure happened is that he woke up with an intruder in his apartment. And the intruder murdered him. It was a robbery, basically. The guy was there to rob the place. But, yeah. Oh, what a cat. There he is. Hi, Rocky. That's my nice piece of plywood that I got for free. At the price of plywood today, I'll take that price. Yeah, that was at the feed store out back with the pallets. I'm allowed to take any pallets or any other wood that's back there. I have permission. I've asked and been granted permission to do so. It's also the place where I go to get water. It's Dodds and Irwin's, just outside of Perth, Ontario. I've turned this on, good. Anyway, but yeah, that spatula has kind of an interesting history, though. Now, I remember when that murder happened, when Mr. Cowan was murdered in the dairy in his apartment upstairs. Sad situation, you know, but not unheard of. Yep, there we go. All right. But yeah. So anyway, there you have it. There we go. Now we'll do that there. We'll put the ham on there. We'll wait a few minutes to put the ham on. We'll let the ham get good and we'll let the pan get hot. Oh shit. Damn it all anyway. Okay. Well, they might be okay. They landed on the ground. Knocking together probably wasn't good for them though. That's probably what cracked them, if anything did. Yeah, they're pretty tough. They've survived. They survived. All right. I forget about all the time about this thing being well, that one actually didn't survive completely intact, but it's okay. It's damaged, but it's okay. Didn't bust open. Anyway, that's the story there behind the spatula. I don't think you can see Mr. Cowan's business on there anymore. His dairy or whatever. I don't think you can see it. We'll put these up here. But let's look and see if you can still see it on here. Just looking to see if there's any sign of the Cowan Dairy name, and there isn't anymore. When I first had this spatula, or what you could see, it said Cowan's Dairy, and it had the Smiths Falls, and it had the phone number and everything, but it's gone now. It was on the wooden handle. But this was given away for free as an advertising thing. And I mean, he was murdered in 1975, so, or thereabouts, around 1975. I believe it was 1975, but I'm not 100%. It might have been 1974 or 1976, but he was murdered in that era. And so there were no more of these given out after that. So that means this spatula has to be in excess of 40 years old. It has to be around 50 years old or more. Could even be more older than that. And it's still good. And it was a free thing given away. Now you buy a spatula and the thing will let go from the handle and everything, you know. Like, yeah, and you buy the thing and it's like that. Anyway, I'm going to crack some eggs and I'm going to put the ham in there. I'll put the ham in first, I will. Oh, there we go. Again, you know what I need to do? I'll tell you what I need to do. What I need to do is I need to block this up so that it's not tilting like that. Because all my oil is going to the far end of it. Here, use that. We use this, we will. There we go. Now all the oil will go to the other side of the pan instead. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's doing. Isn't it crazy? It's a good thing it's at Camp Crazy. All right. There it is. We'll crack the eggs in a little while. Let the ham get browned up first. Hi, Rocky. All right, we'll see you later. Getting ready to go to work again. Bye for now.